Good morning, everyone. This is Travis Merritt from Rowlett Fitness Revolution in Rowlett, Texas. One of the exercises I'm going to kind of go over with you a little bit today is actually one of my favorites. Now, what this exercise is what's called a RDL or Romanian Deadlift. You may have heard it go by the phrase of a stiff-legged deadlift. That's a little bit of a misnomer. I'll explain that probably in a later video, but watch and you're going to learn why I want you to do this exercise, okay? Now right here I've got about two 10-pound dumbbells. You can do this with a variety of weights. You can do this with kettlebells, you can do this with dumbbells, barbells, etc., etc. We'll go into that detail. So here's what this exercise is and here's what it does, okay? Now what the exercise is, it's an exercise for the back of the legs, most notably the hamstrings, okay? Now, this is going to work what we call the posterior chain. Now, the posterior chain is one of the more important kinetic muscle groups that you want to work in the body, okay? I mean the kinetic chain, which means it goes all the way from the feet, the entire back side of the body. The primary movers in this are the hamstrings, the glutes of the rear, and the lower to mid-back. So let me show you how this exercise works. First, you're going to get yourself with your feet right underneath your hips. Get yourself in what's known as a neutral spinal alignment. In other words, don't arch your back and don't round forward. Nice and straight and tall. Find something to focus on, something slightly above eye level. Take the dumbbells or the barbell, put it in front of you, and what you're going to do is push your hips back or push your rear out, bend your legs slightly, keep your back nice and arched, and lower the weights down to right about here, which is about 3 inches below your knees. Using your hamstrings, bring yourself back up all the way to a standing position. Then we do this again. Notice I'm keeping my eyes forward, lowering down nice and slow, 3 inches about below the knees, back's nice and flat, and stand back up. When I'm doing this, I'm getting a big stretch in the back of the hamstrings, which is essentially what we're wanting to work, okay? Here's what I don't want to see when you do this exercise. What I don't want to see is a lot of people will initiate the movement with their shoulders, which means they'll round forward. And as you can already see, when I'm doing this right now, even when I try bending my knees, I have a rounded back. And guys, I guarantee this is how a lot of people get a slip disc, a bulging disc in their back. And if you ever had one of those, you know life just isn't the same again, and it's extremely difficult to rehab from that. So I strongly encourage you, start by pushing your hips back and keeping your back nice and flat. Now, if you find you can't go all the way down, that's okay. 2 things we need to work on. 1, we need to work on what's known as back stability, and most notoriously, your flexibility, okay? So in the beginning, still to get the benefits of this exercise, what you want to do is lower down as far as you feel comfortable. That may be in the beginning, mid-thigh, and that's okay. When you become comfortable with that, lower yourself down about the tops of your knees. When that becomes comfortable, go right below the knees, then you can go down to probably, I recommend no lower than mid-shin level, okay? Now, guys, I encourage you to put this exercise in your routine weekly. I recommend probably anywhere from about 3 to 4 sets of anywhere from 8 to 15 reps. Now, feel free to email me if you have questions. Look at the link below. I'll have all my contact information there. Again, guys, this is Travis Merritt from Rowlett Fitness Revolution, and I hope you have a wonderful day.